You're a greedy coward, Nora. My sister's accusation exploded across the sleek chrome kitchen of our Charlotte penthouse, sharp as a blade. At 30, Nora Bennett, stood trial in my family's eyes, my sin, refusing to surrender my $165,000 nest egg to fuel my younger sister Ava's latest pipe dream, a trendy rooftop cocktail lounge in Uptown, all fairy lights and craft mixology. My fingers tightened around the cold steel of the countertop as Ava, 24, tossed her jet-black hair, her voice dripping with scorn. You're hoarding that cash like it's your lifeline. For what? Your dull finance job in Portland. The room felt like a pressure cooker. Mom, always Ava's cheerleader, piled on. Nora, your sister has a gift for this. You've always been cautious. That word, cautious, cut deep, a polite jab for forgettable in our family's lexicon. Dad, usually a silent referee, added. You're set, Nora. You can rebuild your savings. I bit back the hurt. That $165,000 was my lifeline, earned through a decade of 80-hour weeks at a fintech startup, living in a shoebox apartment, skipping concerts and cocktails to save. Meanwhile, Ava's Ventures, a pop-up macaron shop, a bespoke candle brand, a music festival that never happened, had all imploded, each bailed out by our parents' generosity. It's everything I have, I said, voice low but firm. I'm not giving it up. Everything. Ava laughed, her eyes flashing. It's a stake in my lounge, Nora. You'd be a partner. Stop thinking so small. Small? I'd clawed my way through night classes for an MBA, coded budgeting apps in my spare time, and turned down every impulse purchase. My dream, a house, maybe a startup of my own, wasn't glamorous, but it was mine. No, I said, the word a quiet thunderclap. The fallout was instant. You're so selfish. Mom gasped. Dad's voice turned icy. We raised you better. Ava smirked. I knew you were bitter. You've always envied me. Envy? I almost choked. I'd grown up eclipsed by Ava's spotlight, her theater performances, her viral TikToks, her endless next big things. My coding competitions, my summa cum laude degree? Barely a footnote. I'm not bitter, I said, steady as steel. I'm finished. I grabbed my pre-packed tote and walked out, their shouts trailing like static. At the door, I turned. You never once asked what I'm saving for. Ava snorted. Probably more budgets and boredom. I didn't answer. I slid into my car, the Charlotte skyline fading as I drove. Tomorrow, I'd fly to Amsterdam for a senior risk analyst role at a blockchain firm, a job I'd earned through grit and late nights. My family? Clueless. 3 months later, Amsterdam was electric. My loft overlooked the Amstel River, its ripples catching the city's golden glow. My work, securing decentralized finance networks, was thrilling, every day a puzzle with global stakes. My phone, once a war zone of guilt trips, Mom's, you're tearing us apart, and Ava's, just $60,000, Nora, please. Now sat quiet. I'd ignored every plea. Then, a bombshell. My manager burst into my office, waving her tablet. Nora, Bloomberg's naming you in their 30 under 30 for fintech pioneers. They want you at their global summit in Singapore. My pulse raced. My risk models were reshaping crypto security, and now the world noticed. That night, sipping rooibos on my balcony, my phone buzzed.
Mom.
I answered. Nora, she stammered. We saw the Bloomberg article.
Amsterdam.
Why didn't you tell us? You were too busy with Ava's lounge, I said coolly. Silence. Then, the lounge collapsed. Permit issues. Ava's devastated. I leaned against the railing. The city's hum below. I'm sorry, but I'm not her fix. A text from Ava followed. Saw your Bloomberg thing. Cute. Must feel good ditching your family. I typed back, feels better building my life, and blocked her. 6 months later, I stood in my glass-walled office, staring at a new email, a keynote invite to the World Blockchain Summit. My team had just locked a €1.5 billion deal to secure Europe's DeFi platforms. My phone lit up, voicemails from cousins who'd never called, gushing about my Singapore speech on CNBC. Ava's message came last, from a new number. Nora, your talk was insane. I've got this crypto perfume line idea your contacts could. I deleted it. In the boardroom, my CEO handed me a dossier. Reuters wants an exclusive post deal. You're a star, Nora. I grinned, grabbing my notes. As we prepped, he added, your sister called the office. Wanted a job. Said she's a serial entrepreneur. I laughed. What did you say? We're good with qualified analysts. That evening, overlooking the Amstel, I powered off my phone. Tomorrow, I'd keynote in Geneva, my steady work driving global trust in blockchain. Ava could chase her fleeting schemes. I'd built my future, line by calculated line. Have you ever had to ditch toxic expectations to chase your truth? Share in the comments. I want your story. Hit subscribe for the next chapter. You won't see this twist coming.